going to do a little bit of shucking some oysters and show you all how this is done. There's two kinds of ways to do this, and I'm going to show you both ways right here on smoked outdoors. Something I'm doing for a buddy of mine. I do it in spare time. My sister does it full time. This is her place out here. I'm going to do these for my buddy, and I'll show you how it's done. A lot of people go from the bill and stuff, but there's an easier way if you can get the proper kind of knife. Roll makes me some cool knives for me and her. So, well, we'll get started. First way we'll do this is we're going to go the bill way. That's the traditional way where they use a smaller, thinner knife and kind of work their way in. You cut the muscle, pop the shell and shuck it out. I do it a different way. I'd have to say that you have to have a little bit of a stronger arm to do it. Here's my nephew stepping into my video. but anyway, yeah, this is all family stuff here. This here's just a little side thing that I'm doing for a buddy of mine. But first thing we'll do is we'll show you how to do this from the bill. A lot of people, you take this. Okay, this is the front of your oyster here. This is where the hinge is at. So up here, you can either put it on, the best way to do it, the safest way to do it is set it on a hard surface, a block of wood or something, and work your way in. Hold the tip up here. Don't ever hold this knife way back there like that. You will stab your hand and it will suck big time. So always hold it down there close like that, because all you need is just that little piece to get in there and just kind of wiggle it around to get through. Now, a trick to it, if you take it and hang it off something, or this here's a thin one, so we'll be able to do it a little bit easier. Take this and that right on that tip and break you a piece off. Now their hinge, the muscle inside this is always going to be right over here. There's the hinge. The muscle will be right up in this side over here usually. Actually, I think almost every single one of them is over there, the way that I hold it, unless you have it upside down. Look at it, the deeper cup side is usually the bottom. And that's the side you want to use anyway, so that way it works as a bowl to hold all the juice in there, because you want to save that. The juice has a lot of the flavor and stuff that you want. And if you're shucking them to preserve or something, use that juice to help preserve it, keep the flavor. But I've knocked this piece off here, so that way, you know, you'll see a little gap there that opens up where it doesn't seam together. Then you'll put that down on something and just kind of wiggle it like this. See how I'm wiggling that tip in there. Once you get it in there a little bit, you just pry it just a hair and move that back towards where that muscle's at. You don't want to pry it too much, because if you do that, the oyster will actually snap the pieces of shell off on the inside of it, and that's just a mess. And the muscles, I don't know, my favorite part of the oyster really. But then once you pop it open, let's see if we can get a shot of it here. That's the shot there. You want to try to hold it as flat as possible, like this, because you want to hold all that juice in there. Then you want to take this knife and you'll see the muscle. Hold on, we're just going to dump some of that juice out so I can show you up right like this. This muscle right here, that's what's holding that in there. So you want to take this from the front, because the ideal way to do this is not to bust the oyster at all. You don't want to kill it or bust it open. You want to slide this up underneath the flats there and scrape that muscle off from the shell. Then just, you're not cutting into this or anything like that. Just slide your knife around and make sure it's broke loose. Then when you get it broke loose, you just take it. She'll dump right out, and then you just got a shell. But you can see right here where I scraped that muscle off of that. That's the only thing that was holding it in there. It's just that. The rest is just a suction, basically, from the water and stuff that's in there. It kind of holds it in there. And that is how you shuck it from the bill. Now me, on the other hand, I do it another way. And You gotta have an arm for it, but I think it's a cleaner, faster, easier way to do it. Um, you gotta have a strong wrist and stuff. Even me, where I haven't done it in a while, it starts hurting my wrist every little bit of time. But with that, the hinge way. Okay, back here on this oyster, right here's the hinge. You're gonna see a little groove and a little kind of a tight little hole right there in the middle, and that's where you want to go. Now I do it in my hand like this, but the best way to do it is get you a block of wood or something. Like I said, hold your knife up like this, and you want to work that in, but you want to push it in hard on on this hinge. Kind of maneuver it and keep going and get in there as deep as you can. And you're gonna see some shell and stuff pop off of it and stuff. And once you get it in there real deep, then you're gonna have to have this is a stainless steel knife that my brother-in-law made for my sister. And he's made some for me too. But you need a heavy duty knife to do this. You can do it with a flathead screwdriver. Just about anything that's kind of strong enough that has a good grip on it that you can twist. Because I'm going to get that in there like that, and then I just twist it a little bit, and it pops it. And what I'll do is I'll shove it in a little bit, and I'll lift it up, and then I squeeze it. And I'll take this out, and I'll have a rag or something on my leg, and I do this so it cleans the knife, and then I slip it right in there, okay? I'm through the back of the hinge now. I'm in the back of the hinge, just like that. Now, that muscle is going to be over here. So I got to take my knife. Okay, when I get it to go in, don't shove it way in, just the tip. And then pry up on it like that. You want to scrape the tip of that knife along the top side of this shell. So that way you're not stabbing through the oyster or ripping anything up inside there. And you're going to get it over to this corner where that muscle's at. Once you do, just give it a couple little swipes back and forth like that. And work your way across. And there's your oyster. No dirt, no nothing. It's just right there, whole thing. Didn't puncture any of it. Nice, beautiful, fat oyster. And then take your knife again, run it right around like so. I got that all loose. And then it just dumps right in. But anyway, I figured I'd share a video of that because a lot of people don't know how to do it, and some people know how to do it and they do it a certain way, and other people do it another certain way, and that's the two ways that I'm most familiar with. They have little gadgets that they built and stuff to do it also, and this and that, but like I said, that's how I do it here. Is we do it and just, it's a very quick way to do it if you can figure it out. And like I said, if you got a strong arm. Another trick is if something's real hard to get that knife down into that hinge, bing, put that heavy duty knife in there and just tap it just a few times just to get it in there. I use that for if my arm starts getting weak and tired or something like that. And that helps a lot, because once you bust that back hinge that's on there, he'll open up, but his muscle will still try to hold that shut, but he doesn't have the leverage anymore, so you can work with him then. But I thank y'all for watching my videos. Sorry it's been a while. Love y'all, and please like and subscribe. And I got some more stuff on one of my cameras, and I can't figure out how to get it on here yet. I'm not very techy, in case y'all can't tell, but well, we're working on it. We're trying to get me a little smarter so that way I can handle some of this stuff and be able to produce some of this better stuff that I got on cameras and stuff. So right now it's cell phone and GoPro time. So once I get this camera figured out, maybe I'll have something awesome for y'all. All right. God bless y'all. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned to my channels. I'll try to pump out some stuff for y'all. Thank you.